Chapter 1. The Arrest. Dante Carter. Dante Carter was a 32-year-old warehouse supervisor in Atlanta. He had a steady job, a small apartment, a used Nissan Sentra, and 2 daughters he saw every weekend. One evening, driving home from work, Dante was pulled over for a busted taillight. The officer said he smelled marijuana. Dante didn't smoke. He tried to explain that the pills in his glove box were his mother's blood pressure meds, but they weren't in the original container. He was arrested on suspicion of possession with intent to distribute, a felony charge. The car was impounded. Dante spent 4 days in jail before arraignment. With no family able to pay bail, he lost his job by the time he got out. Chapter 2. Stuck in the System. Tasha Montgomery. Tasha was Dante's ex-partner and the mother of his children. She worked nights at a nursing home and relied on Dante for childcare every other weekend. After his arrest, she had to quit one of her shifts. Bills piled up. The landlord gave her notice when she missed rent twice. With a formal eviction on her record, no one else would lease to her. She ended up couch surfing with the girls, splitting time between her sister's house and the back seat of her cousin's van. Chapter 3. The Spiral. Miguel Hernandez. Miguel was Dante's cellmate. A former Marine, he had struggled with PTSD and alcohol. He once had a family and a VA job, but after a DUI, he lost both. He bounced between court dates, fines, and shelters. Every time he missed a court-mandated probation check-in because of lost ID or transportation, he was hit with a warrant. When Dante was released, Miguel gave him one piece of advice. Keep your shoes on in there. They try to take everything, even who you think you are. Chapter 4. The Label. Aisha Daniels. Aisha was Dante's sister, a high school guidance counselor. She tried to help him find work after his release, but every application ran a background check. One employer said they couldn't hire a felon with pending charges, even though he wasn't convicted. He applied for Uber, denied. Construction gig, denied. Eventually, he stopped trying. Dante didn't blame Aisha, but her husband did. Quietly, family invitations stopped coming. Chapter 5. Losing Your Name. Marla Taylor. Marla worked for a local outreach nonprofit. She saw it all the time. Men and women like Dante, stuck in limbo. Without ID, they couldn't apply for housing, jobs, or even food assistance. Many had lost their birth certificates, licenses, and social security cards after evictions or jail stays. "You don't exist without those papers," she told him. She helped him file for his records. It took 6 weeks. By then, he had missed court twice. New warrants issued. Chapter 6. The Children Watch. Destiny and Dara, Tasha's daughters, didn't understand why Daddy stopped showing up. Dara, age 7, started bedwetting. Destiny, 10, was bullied at school for being homeless. Teachers saw their grades drop. No one asked why. They became problem kids, shuffled between school counselors and disciplinary notes. No one saw the collapsed scaffolding behind them. A father disappeared. A mother exhausted. A system chewing through them all. Chapter 7. Breaking the Loop. It was Aisha, eventually, who made the call. She contacted a local restorative justice program, Second Horizon. They offered Dante something new: court advocacy to reduce charges to a misdemeanor, ID reinstatement services, job training and guaranteed employment placement, transitional housing and family reunification support. Miguel, too, found his way there. Through a sober living vet outreach program partnered with the same organization. For the first time in 5 years, he got a clean license, a steady bed, and finally, his daughter's phone number again. Chapter 8. The New Normal. 6 months later, Dante had a part-time job at a print shop. It wasn't glamorous, but he could pick up his girls again. He started seeing a therapist through the program's partnership with a local clinic. Destiny began smiling again. Tasha was approved for subsidized housing. Miguel began speaking to high school students about surviving the justice system. Epilogue. A Letter to America. We were never criminals. We were just caught in the storm. Of laws written without mercy. Of systems designed without exits. Of people afraid to admit they could fall too. But we are still here. Give us a path, and we'll walk it. Give us a hand, and we'll build a future. And if you let us, we'll bring others with us. Dante Carter, Second Horizon. Graduate. Closing thoughts. This story isn't fiction for many, it is reality. Across America, the criminal justice system manufactures not only punishment, but displacement. The trauma it causes reverberates through family lines, community trust, mental health, and generational opportunity. But healing begins when we stop punishing poverty, stop confusing illness with crime, and start treating every citizen with dignity. Solutions exist. What we need is the will.